Hello, my name's Daniel Mathers and I love sheet music. In this video I hope to explain how to read sheet music if you're just given a piece of sheet music and you have no understanding of music theory at all. Hopefully by the end of this video you should be able to just get a piece of sheet music and be able to, at the very least, understand where you should be looking on the page and how to go away and note bash your part. The final major concept when looking at a piece of sheet music, and one of the first things that your eyes will be drawn to, is this little thing here, right between the clef and the time signature. This is called the key signature, and it tells you which notes on the keyboard are going to be the ones that are mainly used. When I was describing the treble and bass clefs before, I was just using the white keys of the piano. However, this is because in the piece of sheet music we were originally looking at, Tonight Belongs to You, there is no key signature in between the clef and the time signature. If you don't notice anything in between the clef and the time signature of a piece of music, it generally means that the key signature is that of C major. And the main notes that you will be using in the song are C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. All of these are white keys, and you don't use any of these keys up the top here. However, in songs like this where there is a noticeable key signature, these what are called sharps here, it means that we do use some of these black keys. The way to work out how many of the black keys that you will be using, or what sharps or flats you will be using, is by using what is called the order of sharps and flats. And the easiest way to remember this is F, C, G, D, A, E, B. This is also called the order of fifths. With these four sharps here, looking at the lines that they are sitting on, you will be able to note that they are on the F, the C, the G above the F, so the note above the top line is the G, and then the D. So in this key signature, we are using the keys F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp, instead of standard Fs, Cs, Gs, and Ds. So, if I were to play this scale, we starting on C, except it's on C sharp, we would go C sharp, the next note up would be D, but we're using D sharp instead. E is standard, we still use that. F, instead of F, we use F sharp. Then looking up, we don't use the G, we use G sharp. Going up to A is normal, then B, we're back at C sharp. The way that we know which key this is in, because like I said before, if there's no noticeable key signature, it's the key of C major. The way that we work out what the key is by taking the last sharp that we have, which in this case is a D sharp. We take that and go one semitone above that. One semitone is one step on the piano. So going from one key to the next is one semitone. Taking the D sharp, which is the last sharp in the key signature, going up one semitone, E. We are in the key of E major, which means the scale sounds like this. And you will notice that that has the same rhythm and progression as the C major scale, except we are starting on a different note. If, however, we're looking at a song that has flats in the key signature instead of sharps, the way that we work it out is slightly different. The order is the same as the order of sharps, except it's reversed. So if you notice, this first flat is on B, The next flat is on E. Next one is on A. The one after that is on D. If we were to continue on, looking at the similarities between the order of sharps and the order of flats, you noticed that it is just reversed, meaning the next flat would be G, the one after that would be C, and then finally F. A good way to remember the order of sharps and flats is by using this phrase: Father Charles goes down and ends battle. That is the order of sharps. Reversing that, battle ends and down goes Charles's father, is the order of flats. The way we find the key signature for flats is much simpler than how we do it for sharps. Rather than taking something like the last flat or the last sharp and going up or down or something, all we have to do is locate the second to last flat. In this case, that would be this one here, this A flat, and that is the key signature, A flat major. The only key in which this doesn't quite make sense is the key of 1 flat, and the easiest way to remember which key that is by thinking that 1 flat is the key of F. There is a way to scientifically prove that 1 flat equals F, something to do with maths and some other way of working it out, but it will make your life a lot easier if you simply remember that 1 flat equals F. If I were to play the key of A flat major, it would look like this. We have A flat, followed by B flat, then C isn't flat, so we just play that regularly. Then we have D flat, then going to E flat, then F is regular, G is also regular, and finally A flat. You will notice there that I played what looked like some of the same keys as some of the sharp notes, and that is because some of the keys have to share names. For example, this note here is F sharp, but it's also G flat, because if we took this F and moved it up a semitone and made it sharp, it's F sharp. But if we took this G that's above it and we flattened it slightly to go 1 semitone down, it would also be G flat. So F sharp and G flat sound the same but mean different things in terms of the context of what's around it. This is called enharmonic equivalence. There are many good videos online that explain it in more detail. It's just important to remember that these black keys can quite often be both sharps and flats. In fact, some of the white keys can as well. If we look at something like E sharp, this is the note E. If we moved it 1 semitone up to become sharp, we are playing what would standardly be the note F. However, since in any key where we would use E sharp, we already have to be using F as F sharp, F becomes E sharp. Thank you for watching. My name's Daniel, and I hope this has been helpful. Cheers, guys!